here in front of us we have the 10 tool carousel, the motor mount and spindle assembly. Here we have standoffs that are designed to give the proper distance spacing between the bottom of the motor mount and the top of your chip guard. And we have a NEMA 23 stepper motor. The NEMA 23 stepper motor is not included with the kit, but we use it for demonstration purposes. A 1/4 inch ID timing belt pulley, and the timing belt required for the spacing between your primary timing belt pulley and the sub pulley. So your first step here will be to mount the chip guard to the bottom of your motor mount. Now what's worth noting, this is a magnet. This magnet will ultimately align with a proximity sensor that will be mounted into your motor mount. This will allow your carousel to home every time you turn on your machine. This makes it really easy and effortless to get precise tool changes every time the machine's turned on. So while we're going to walk through assembling the chip guard, the carousel, and the motor mount, during your first assembly, I recommend not installing the chip guard. The chip guard makes it more difficult to see exactly what's happening with every single tool change. And I think for your first few tool changes, you'll want to do it with a carousel only. Once you're confident in your setup and your installation, then remove the carousel and reinstall the chip guard, and then go on with your final assembly. What we have here are 3 standoffs that provide the distance of spacing you need. What we'll do is we'll pull these 1/4 20 bolts out, bolts and washers out. This recessed pocket is where your magnetic proximity sensor will mount. The proximity sensor is not included with the kit. This is something you'll have to purchase on your own, which is compatible with your own CNC control box. You'll want to go ahead and snug your purchased proximity sensor down. Then you'll lay this upside down and align the holes. As you can see, there's a recess for the sensor as well as the spindle. Now, the standoff will go between the umbrella, chip guard, and the motor mount. So as you can see, we now have the chip guard installed, using 4 bolts and the standoffs, and our magnetic proximity sensor has been installed. What you'll need to do is remove the 1/4 20 screw and washer from the center of the spindle and grab your carousel. Prior to installing this carousel, you'll want to check that all tool forks are tight. There's not a lot of wiggle. Everything should be snug. And what you'll do is the side with the magnet will mount facing the chip guard. Now these are just a light press fit, and then what you'll do is snug down the remainder of your umbrella. Now what we're able to do is to begin installing the stepper motor mount, the stepper motor, and your belt assembly.